earlier because I was done doing what I have to do. Get up at 4, wash my face, brush my teeth. Um, I do that, work out for 30 minutes, come back upstairs, take a get dressed for work, um, get myself ready, get dressed for work, then come back. Then after I do that, I read my Bible. Then I get off here for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Then I get off. Make sure my son's ready for school. Take him to school. Come back home. Watch TV for an hour. Leave. Go to work. So it's basically how I roll, how I go. But we don't have, maybe I talk about spirituality in the morning. Make sure we're straight spiritually. Make sure we're reading our Bible, watching church, going to church. You don't have to go to church. You can watch it, you can read your Bible. As long as you have a connection with God and that connection is strong, as long as you're putting God first, that's what matters. And God is in the center of your relationships, whether it's with your family, whether you're dating a boyfriend with a boyfriend, your husband. Make sure God is always first, is present in your relationships with friendships, whatever it may be. Make sure we're staying prayed up, pray day, night. Make sure we have God in our lives. Make sure keep the faith in God, believe in Jesus Christ, and everything will work out for the good. Make sure we're out here not sinning and learn from your mistakes. Make sure we learn from our mistakes. If you make one mistake, I know God grants us grace, but just not supposed to keep making that same mistake over and over again. You learn from it. You're supposed to get better as people. We're supposed to be more Christ-like as people. So if you mess up, learn from it and don't make that same mistake. Do that same thing over and over again. Because after a couple times, you should learn the lesson. I know I have in certain situations in my life, going through certain things. That's why I don't fornicate. So, because it got me pretty much nowhere. Having relations before marriage, pretty much, that I'm 45 now, up to this point, has gotten me nowhere. That, and this really being honest, doing certain stuff, sinning, has really gotten me really nowhere. Got me to the point where I need to be in life, in relationships, dealing with relationships in my life. Sinning has really that has really what it got me in trouble. So nothing good came out of it except for my son. But that's that's it. Cause children are a blessing, but sin gets you nowhere. So keep God in your life. Come more Christ like daily. Be the light. Be positive energy. Let's love. Let's care for one another. Let's not hate. Let's spread joy. Let's spread positivity in people's lives. Be the peace. Be the peace in people's lives. When you come to a person's life, be their peace. Be nice. Be honest. Be trustworthy. Be caring. Be kind. So just want to put that out there. But it's time for a promotional moment. I also write poetry. Then I get to start back talking about spirituality. But I also write poetry. The poetry I started out on here, um, doing my poetry stuff, doing my poetry shorts, where it's snippets of poems that I write, and that I also make. That I don't do the whole things, but I'm doing shorts. It's just snippets of the poems that I write. And this is an example of what I do. I make poetry frames. I write about pretty much anything, and I try to sell these. So this is just one, and this is called "Immerse Me in Your Love," and it's basically for a guy. If you're female, if you're married, if you got a boyfriend, and you want to give them a gift, it's a good idea. Add this to a gift basket or something like that. Add this to the You want to give for their birthday, for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is coming up February 14th. So gift form for Valentine's Day. Just hit me up on my IG, which is Latasha Latasha Latashameko, or you could message me on here, leave a comment on one of my posts or whatever, saying that you want to get something that you heard, and I'll get back to you. But once again, this is called Immerse Me in Your Love. A few lines from it so you know what it sounds like. I would love to be immersed in your love the way that God loves us, drowning in the type of love that I know I can trust, the kind of love that I can feel when I look into your eyes, the kind of love that makes my temperatures rise. When this love comes from you, it will be no surprise. Immerse me in your love and make me hypnotized. So that's immerse me in your love, which is, as you can see, it's like really long. Like read like the first few lines. Most of my stuff is long, real long. So what you're hearing is like only like a little small part of it. And this is called replay. And I'm gonna read a few lines from this. Sometimes I replay the moments I have seen you in my mind. It's like hearing my favorite song for the first time. It's like waking up in the morning to the birds sing. It's like watching a flower bloom in the spring. And it's called replay. And I'm gonna read another one. This is called flashes. And all of these are basically from a female's point of view to a guy's point of view. So it's called flashes. I'm gonna read through lines from this. It says, all of a sudden I have flashes of you lying next to me. It should be laying next to me, but all of a sudden I have flashes of you lying next to me, stroking my hair ever so gently, thinking to myself, this feels so good to me. You then look into my eyes passionately, while your left hand touches my cheek, knowing in your mind all this time it's me that you see. So it's called flashes. Then this is called spiritual connection. The next one is called spiritual connection. I'm going to show it to you. I'll read a few lines from this. It says, we are spiritually connected. We are spiritually connected to you. But this is about God. Going back to God. We are spiritually connected to you, God. You are our creator. There is no one greater than you. There is no one better than you. When it comes to believing in you, I know that I have you. No one reigns above you. There is nothing that you can't do. So it's called spiritual connection. Which on this one, I don't know, it was messed up. That's why I dropped the price because I had to go write stuff out and write stuff in. Probably just end up throwing this away, but and just redoing it because it's messed up. But it's called spiritual connection. But yeah, all right, poetry. So that's a little tidbit on my poems that you've heard. Got another one's called Inhale, Exhale. Gonna read a little tidbit from that. Let me sit down and chill next to you, hanging out in your car and doing what you like to do, listening and singing to songs that you like. Yeah, that sounds about right. So that was Inhale, Exhale. But the last one I didn't want to get into the rest of it because it's basically about this guy that smokes. So and that don't have too often. Get some females out here that be around guys that smoke weed, and that's basically what viewpoint that was coming from because I was around a guy that smoked weed. but that I kind of liked, but he didn't like me back. But going back to spirituality, good morning, guys. What are you doing this week? How's your Tuesday going? Have you had breakfast this morning? what's going on, how's the weather. We had snow in Alabama on Sunday. Where I'm at, we had a little bit of snow. Snow came in overnight, Saturday night, woke up Sunday morning, we had a little snow. Good thing it wasn't much. I'm glad it snowed. It's good to have snow. I hope it don't do it again. If it does, it need to be the same way as it was Sunday. It was light snow, just enough to see, and it was gone by the time it melted, and it was gone. It was no, it wasn't nothing on the road, so it could melt, freeze, and be like black ice on the road. Cause in the south, when I used to snow, things get weird, get crazy when it snows. So we have a little bit of snow here where I'm at in Alabama. It was cool. Wasn't enough to make a snowman. Some people did, but I'm sure it took a lot cause to like gather it up cause it wasn't really much where I'm at, but it was cool. It was cool. A dust. Hi, good morning. How are you doing, Jacob? Is that Kayla? Is that Kayla? Jacob, Kayla, how are you guys doing this morning? How's your week going so far? What are you guys doing this week? Happy birthday to my birthday people. Shout out to my birthday people. If you don't had a birthday this week, if you had a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Celebrate yourself. Have fun today. Go out to eat. Go to the park. Go to the zoo. Do something for yourself. Go get a massage. Go get a cake, some ice cream, some balloons, something. Do something for yourself. Celebrate yourself. It's your day. It is your day. Which we should be celebrating ourselves every day. Love yourself. Look in the mirror. Say, I love myself. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am smart. I am talented. So celebrate yourself daily. Give yourself those daily affirmations. Because we're good people out here. We have some good people out here. You have the bad side, you have the good side. There's a lot of good people out here compared to the bad. So celebrate yourself and have a happy birthday if it is your birthday today. If you have a birthday coming up, what you got prepared, what are you doing today? Are you going to work, get ready to go to school, sit down, having a good breakfast, taking care of yourself? What have we done spiritually this morning for ourselves? What have we done? Did you read your Bible? Did you pray when you got up this morning? I tend to pray before I get up, before I get up when I wake up, because I be up at 4. I don't know what it is. Every time my body seems to like go back. Every time I get up, I wake up. Now I was waking up at 4, so I was laying in bed for like 30 minutes, and I was getting up. So I decided like since I'm waking up, I'm just gonna get up at 4 o'clock, which I started doing. Now that I've started doing that, I'm waking up at like 3 something. I was like, nah. So now it's like 3 something where I wake up. Then I just later I pray, pray, I'll pray and meditate in bed. Then I'll get up at 4. So I do my whole praying, meditating. If want to meditate, I do it in the bed, lying in the bed. I was like, man, I just lay here, I pray, say my prayer, get my prayers out, talk to God about what's going on in my life, and do a one on one with God. So, while I'm laying in the bed before I get up at 4 o'clock spiritually. So that's my spiritual moment for today. I get up, I read my Bible, make sure I read my Bible. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do. It was a goal of mine last year to read the whole thing, so I did read the whole thing. I started rereading the New Testament so I can like ingest it more. And the more I read it, the more I remember. Because when I read it, some of the stuff I do remember, and it's nice to read the whole thing. So when you do go to church or watch church on YouTube, you'll know what people talking about and know if they're lying and if they're telling the truth or if they got the story correct. So it's nice going to church and knowing what he's talking about instead of just going there like, okay, what is he talking about? Because you've never read it before. But you've heard stuff over and over again that you pretty much got in your head from going to church, but reading it for yourself is better, so you can know that somebody's telling you the truth, or know that somebody's not leading you down the wrong path to hell. Honestly, you don't want nobody leading you down the wrong path. Want you, because the end goal is to go to heaven and to treat people right. That's what our purpose is on this earth. Is basically to treat people right, to love each other, um, make sure we're living good, make sure we're living right, living positive, putting positive energy out to the world, being good to each other, along with being good to ourselves. Because you got to be good to yourself first. Make sure we're being good to ourselves and treating ourselves right by being positive. Try to challenge negative thoughts. If you have negative thoughts, challenge those negative thoughts with something positive in your life, being good to yourself, putting out positive energy, putting out good energy into this world, into this universe, making sure we're straight all across the board, whether it's make sure you treat your temple right, because your body is your temple. Make sure we're eating right, eating healthy. This is week 2 with me where I stopped trying to stop eating sugar, which I did good last week. It was a couple times somebody that I work with tried to slip me up. This slip me up, tried to get me to eat. She brought me a cookie because where I work we have like a bakery or whatever. She was talking some lemon cookies. She brought me one. She kept saying that I want it. It's like, no, I don't want to know because I'm really trying to get this weight off me, trying to be healthier. I work out all the time. I don't have no issues working out and exercise because I've been doing it for years. It was the sweets and the carbs and the sodas and the juices that had where the, was my issue. Not really chips because I ain't really a big fan of chips. So chips ain't really an issue to like let go of because I'm not really stuck on chips. My son is, but I'm not really stuck on chips. So I let chips are no issue. It's candy and like cakes, which I really don't do cakes either. Snack cakes, but mainly candy. I was stuck on candy, and I would eat popcorn a lot. But popcorn, that's a car. Popcorn. They say popcorn ain't good for you either, but it's healthier than other chips and stuff like that. So if I do it, sometimes I eat popcorn, but I get tired of it because it gets stuck in my teeth. So I don't really eat popcorn that much either. Not that big a fan of popcorn. So I let popcorn go and all that stuff. So this is week 2 where staying away from sugar, staying away from sodas, staying away from carbs. I've been really protein heavy. Last week all I was eating was baked chicken, drinking water. I don't think I really ate vegetables unless I ate it at work, which did. I was eating protein heavy. Like this week, I don't know. I've been eating bananas a lot, fruit, been eating fruit, bananas. The main thing I have been eating is bananas and drinking a lot of water and get my protein in. Because that's what I noticed about. One thing I noticed about I work on a college campus about they talk about how Asian people are like really healthy and they live longer. And one thing I noticed about them, they heavy on protein. They eat a lot of meat, heavy on protein and vegetables. They do eat rice, but I don't eat rice because rice turns into sugar. They got a whole their body set up is different from ours. That's one another thing people gotta realize. Certain people are made different and our body types are different. So what one person eats don't mean that you can eat it too. Even though they eat rice, Asians have a different body setup than us than than me. I know because I can't eat carbs. I don't care what it is. Multigrain, brown rice is good. It's just white rice. White rice, yellow rice, you can't eat. Brown rice is cool. Multigrain rice is cool. So those are the only two. I really try to stay away from them. If I eat anything, it's multigrain rice. Brown rice is too. It takes too long to cook. Brown rice is healthy, but it takes really long to cook. Brown rice and been trying to what else I do instead of working out and not and haven't had no sodas. Haven't had no sodas either. So I cut that out. This is week 2, so I'm doing good with the whole sugar thing. Cause normally if I go to the store, I'll get a whole pack of this. and I eat it in a day, which is not good. That's why I gotta stay away from it because I know me, I know who I am, and if I buy a whole pack of cookies, I know I eat a whole pack of cookies. So stay away from the processed foods, the sugar. That's bad for you. You're gonna get diabetes, which I'm trying to stay away from because diabetes running in my family. High blood pressure running in my family, with salt. Stay away from salt, sodium. Watch that sodium content so you won't get high blood pressure stuff. Processed food have a lot of sodium in it too. But if I eat vegetables, I do like frozen kind. Those like kind you can put in. Canned vegetables are the worst. By the way, canned vegetables are the worst. Stay away from canned vegetables. But I next step, if you're not gonna eat like the kind that they have where the vegetables are, like the real vegetables where they have like lettuce and stuff like that, the next step is frozen, the kind you put pop in the microwave or put on the stove and just boil them. Those are the second best after like the regular kind. But I tend to buy the kind you put in the microwave, the kind you just the frozen kind that you just boil, put on the stove, boil in some water, with however you cook them. That's what I eat. So that's my health moment. Make sure you take care of your temple because what they say, health is wealth. So make sure your body is your temple, health is wealth. That goes back into spirituality too, because I think the healthier you are, the closer your connection. It clears your head. Your head's not so foggy. It helps with anxiety, stress, and depression. It clears your mind, makes sure your body's straight, and it's all connected. It's really all connected. If you eat right, make sure we're getting enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours. All this is connected. The better you are putting all this together, it'll help you feel better spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I'm missing one, but it'll help you feel better all across the board. So make sure we're straight, getting enough sleep, eating right, going to church, reading our Bible, going to Bible study if you want to. The church I go to, we have a Bible study on Wednesday nights. Then before church, um, they have Bible study too at 9 to like 10. Then regular church starts at 10 to like 11:30. So make sure we're straight spiritually, being good out here, make sure we're being good to ourselves, being spreading positivity, make sure we're living in our purpose, make sure we are living in our purpose on this earth. What is your purpose on this earth? And honestly, I think we all have the same purpose, and that's to love each other, be good to each other, and care for one another, be kind to each other, just help each other. If you see somebody that needs help, help help that person. But um, just dealing with alcoholism, drug abuse. Some people you can't help unless they want the help. So they gotta want the help first in order to get to receive the help. Cause some people are like too far gone to even So when it comes to that case, you gotta pray for them and let God touch them. And maybe He can get them to change. He can get them to change because some people are like too far gone when it comes to drug addiction and alcoholism and stuff like that. So you gotta leave it in God's hands because God can do all things with anything. God is you can do things. Lord, I forgot the saying, just left my mind. It'll come back to me. But yeah, with all things God is possible. I said that wrong. I think I have dyslexia. But having God in your life, anything is possible with God in your life. Something to that effect. It'll come back to me. I forgot the saying, but y'all have a blessed day. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Care for yourself. Be blessed. Have a good day. Check out my Facebook page, my Instagram, which is Latasha LATASHAMEKO. Friend me, follow me, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, share here on my YouTube channel. Thank you for all the ones that came in this morning. Thank you for all the ones that came in this morning to watch my content. Got a whole bunch of playlists that you guys can watch, a whole bunch of lives you guys can watch because I'm on here like 2 to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, Saturdays, Sunday through Saturday. Have my silent live, which is at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Waking up with Tasha 6 a.m. Monday through Friday Central Standard Time. Mental health check-in 6 p.m. Monday through Friday Central Standard Time. So I'm on here quite a bit, and that's my son. Want me to come chill with him, watch TV. He be wanting me to watch TV with him, in his room and play games with him in his room, video games with him in his room. Have it, mother and son time. So y'all have a blessed day. Be good, be kind, and I will see you guys later. Bye.